Ladies and gentlemen, this is Internet Personality Vangelus, Yuletide edition! Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! And I'm here with a review of, well, no one really knows his name yet. However, my incredibly reliable inside sources actually told me this guy is known as Ruühlbähr. Ruühlbähr is from the Scout lineup from the upcoming Transformers 2 Revenge of the Fallen movie toys. So, yes, this is a stolen Chinese toy review, and they happen sometimes. Ruühlbähr is a little delivery truck. He's obviously carrying some kind of powerful energy drink. Something even more powerful than Red Bull or Monster or any of that crap. This guy is loaded with taurine power, 6 wheels of it, and 6 working wheels. It's nice. His transformation is pretty simple. It's evocative of older flip changers, and I can really dig that. By the way, this guy is totally ripe for a delivery truck like UPS truck repaint or a school bus repaint. I'd so dig those. Anyway, his transformation, as I said, very simple, but it has a few clever bits that I really enjoy. And it's very tight, very solid. That's a good thing. Also, oh my god, Gerwalk mode. Fuka! Anyway, this back panel is actually kind of interesting. This part is his chest. How does it work, you ask? Well, you're about to see through the magic of video technology. And you split open the, again, very solid halves of the delivery truck, spilling the beautiful, Red Bull all over the place. Or it's called like Taurinusing or something. Let's just call it that for now. And then he has a really neat bit of automorph here. And I love automorph. The first thing you do, though, is you gotta flip this around, because that's his chest plate. And then you pull it up, and ka-clink! Everything works. Let's see that in a bit of a better view here, just so you can get an idea of what happens. It's a really nice flip change. I like just how, there's a lot of stuff back here moves, and it compresses really well. And then it's just like, oomph, I'm ready. And this was how the first stolen Chinese pictures looked, which were hilarious, because a lot of people were like, oh my god, his shoulders are so big! What's actually really neat is that they clip in on the side view mirrors, so there's no extraneous tabs here. Those are part of the vehicle mode design. And it's, again, very solid, and it completes them rather nicely. Now, the one thing you will probably say is, what does he do? And I'll say, this is it. And I'll say no. He doesn't really have any gimmicks, which is a bit of a shame. But, it's a Scout. We gotta get used to Scouts. We haven't had them for so long. And his gimmick is really just, I think, the flip change. And also, the extremely odd Optimus Prime face. I think some people were right when they said this is Optimus Prime's cousin. It's his football player cousin, Saul. So another name for this guy, probably, you see his code name is Ruühlbähr, but his real name is Saul Prime. So, Saul, good guy, he can power lift, he can kick your ass with his mighty ginseng and herbal extract powers. Fairly posable in the limbs. He has a working neck, which is nice, but he has no waist, and his arms do get a little hindered by all this stuff on the front and back. They're not all that hindered, though, you see, you can still turn them backwards a little bit. Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I like that his wheels are inside here, really hides everything well, and he's just built like a, the kind of guy who would take an energy drink. A towering, mighty football player. So, Ruühlbähr is a pretty cool dude, but I'd say if you were trying to skip some Scouts, people cutting back spending nowadays, he says as he reviews the stolen Chinese toys, I think that of the Scouts, Ruühlbähr is one of the ones you might want to skip, only because he's a little plain. He's by far not a bad toy. He's just a very moderate toy. He does everything that you'd want a toy to do, but he doesn't really do anything extra to drag you in, not like some of his other pals in the back there. So, Ruühlbähr is a pretty cool guy, but I'd recommend him if you've got the pocket cash for all the Scouts, but if you're trying to cut corners here and there, I'd say he's one of the ones to trim off. Anyway, this has been Internet Personality Vangelus with a review of Ruühlbähr. He's a pretty cool guy, and he's pretty powerful. I can dig him. You know who else digs him? Hello, children of America. I'm Ruühlbähr, cousin of Optimus Prime. Some of you may even know me by my real name, Saul Prime.
My mother named me Saul, thinking I would amount to nothing. After all, she named her first son Optimus. But I can tell you that through a rigorous training regimen of American-style football, beating up the nerds in high school, and routine intake of ginseng, taurine, and other various herbal extracts such as high-performance steroids, I've gotten everything I want, and more. This is Saul Prime, codename Ruühlbähr, telling you that if you want to succeed in life and get all the hot redhead chicks, you'll want to do lots of drugs. Now, if you excuse me, it's time to roll out my big little Ruühlbähr. My women's!